my front, Ricky. Love you.
So I get to watch technical stuff as well as.
Yeah.
Wild One Film Festival?
I'm very much tech challenged.
Yeah, look out, wow. Yeah,
Actually.
I usually call my nephew if I got something going with the computer. It's like, hey, 1-800-CJ-HELP.
Probably take them to the show.
You're live, so why can't you say it live?
Oh, I am live.
You're live.
Musician too? You play? I'm not playing tonight, though. I do play. What do you play? Guitar. Yeah.
Where are you playing?
Play it, y'all can bring next to restaurants around Chattanooga before COVID shut everything. Y'all okay to bring the food and the seat and get started? If that works for everybody.
Excellent as always.
Yeah, I mean,
So you were in New Orleans during the.
Yeah, we performed Bourbon Street New Year's Eve.
Wow.
That's a whole nother story.
Somebody doing this.
We came back.
Are you recording? Yeah.
So y'all weren't far from where it happened?
No, we were on Bourbon Street.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I was
crazy.
watching WYES yesterday, and they were talking about all of it.
Okay, you guys hear me? If you want to come get a seat and we will get the show on the road, I guess. I think this is our group. Yeah, so this is, if you haven't done this before, I do these every couple of months or so. Try to find some local musicians to come out and do this and make a big thing with gumbo, and everybody have a little music, a little food. Works out. Butch, am I live? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Jeez. So I shouldn't cuss.
Oh, you're live too. Good.
Live microphone. Don't do that.
All right, well, I don't know if I agree to this Facebook Live business, but.
Well, you're not on Facebook.
Okay.
It's YouTube, so
That's
there's fewer people watching.
It's live on
It's just like 9 million people.
Yeah,
You play
it's all the same. It's just a race to see how long it takes for the chat to start filling up with penis bill ads.
Oh God.
When I play it out, sometimes people get like a phone, they start videotaping you, and then you're watching it, like, okay, if I mess up, if I do fine, everything's fine, but if you screw up, that'll be like,
Everybody knows about
go
it.
viral. Anyway, I'm gonna do a few songs, and we're gonna get Butch here. Thank you guys for coming out, and what we're trying to do here is have this like a listening environment, so thanks for listening. And I'm gonna do a few songs. I always get when I do these, I get to do songs, or I try to do songs that I don't do other places as much. So it's kind of fun to kind of trot out either new songs or some I haven't done before. So this song here is called Together Alone. It's a little story song. All my songs are story songs. I remember our wedding day, opened our mouths, stuck in the cave, bought a house outside the bar, lost my job, maxed out the MasterCard, paid it all off, Daddy died. Passing years became a landslide. Now the kids live north and south and west. Upstairs bedroom never has a guest. Getting old with you is getting old. Our fingers fingers feel the weight of the gold. We're in the middle on the fence. We're lovers now, are we even friends? I watch TV, you check your phone, living together alone. On the porch in the morning sunshine, we sit and try to read each other's mind. Seems like we already are. So would we be better off apart? Getting old with you, it's getting old. Our fingers feel the weight of the gold. We're in the middle on the fence. We're lovers now, are we even friends? I watch TV, you check your phone, living together. Getting old with you is getting old. Our fingers feel the weight of the gold. We're in the middle on the fence. We're lovers now, are we even friends? I watch TV, you check your phone, living together alone. All right, it's a sad song. I can't play my sad song. I mean, I can when I play out, you know, no one wants to hear sad songs. So I'm sure you guys are all crying for it. I figured it's, you just got this idea and I did it. So.
That's
But I mean, no one's crying. You know, who else can cry?
That's a good song.
True song.
Yeah, I think it's true for a lot of people, right? So, yeah, you want a song to be honest, you know, you can do that.
The only way.
So I had this idea a while back, and if my shoulder is messing, I've got a bad wing, and so it's like I can barely get it on the guitar. So it's like you can't. This is as high as it goes. It's crazy. It's a long story, but I can play guitar. I can't play tennis. But I had this idea a while back about people that just know that they've got things figured out. You know, might be a politician, a philosopher, a preacher, like the guy next to you at the bar. They got, you know, everything they just know. And it's like, you know, the older I get, the less I know. You know, like, so you know what you don't know. You know, and so I wrote this song called "I've Got It All Figured Out." And in this one song, if you haven't heard it before, and this is just how I was feeling at the time that I wrote the song. I may not feel this way now, but in this song I do cover money, love, sex, life, death, and God. Just the lighter subjects, you know. I've got money all figured out. I've got money all figured out. Making dollars makes sense, but it's at your own expense. You can live well I've got love all figured out. I've got love all figured out. Put your heart on a platter, watch it get shattered. Put your big pants on, there ain't no need to pout. I've got love all figured out. I've got sex all figured out. I've got sex all figured out. Each new one you hold takes a piece of your soul, leaves you wondering, what was that about? Well, I've got sex all figured out. Everybody's got an answer, what they think is right. Some that'll help them sleep through the night. Well, they promise rain, and only give you clouds. Ain't nobody got it all figured out. Ain't nobody got it all figured out. Well, I've got life all figured out. I've got life all figured out. Well, I know it all by heart, except for the part. From the day you're born up until now, well, I've got life all figured out. I've got death all figured out. I've got death all figured out. One day the angels come, take you back to where you're from. Others check in while you're checking out. I've got death all figured out. I've got God all figured out. I've got God all figured out. He won't strike you dead if you use your head. Find your faith inside your doubt. And I've got God all figured out. Everybody's got an answer, what they think is right. Some that'll help them sleep through the night. Well, they promise rain, but only give you clouds. Ain't nobody got it all figured out. Ain't nobody got it all figured out. Now you've got it all figured out, so that's something. I mean, my songs are not the type that would necessarily be on the top 40 on the radio or something. I mean, can you imagine that song like on a country station or something? People would be calling, what is that?
Stop playing such smart music.
Anyway, so this is it's a newer song here. We'll do two more. So I started thinking a while back, and if you think about it, it's a true statement to say that anything can happen anytime. I mean, you know, a tornado could come out of the blue or whatever. You can win the lottery or whatever, you know. So I started thinking about that, and this song's had a couple of versions, and so this is the latest version. So sooner or later, when you write a song, you just got to say, okay, damn it, I'm done. No more. So maybe this song is done. Anything can happen anytime. Anything can happen anytime. A glass of water can turn into wine. Anything can happen anytime. I go fishing one day and don't catch a thing. Finally catch one and I put him on a string. Look at his mouth and there's a big diamond ring. Anything can happen anytime. I see a name on the ring, I track it down. It's a divorced woman on the other side of town. I knock on the door and she's in a nightgown. Anything can happen anytime. Anything can happen anytime. Anything can happen anytime. Something's on the end of the line. Anything can happen anytime. Well, then I find myself getting down on a knee till I hear her say yes to me. We'll name our kids Jack and Kimberly. Anything can happen anytime. Now I'm in a strange bed and everything is white. I get woken up by a little light. I thought it was a diamond ring. So I see shining bright. Anything can happen anytime. Anything can happen anytime. Anything can happen anytime. Even in the middle of the night. Anything can happen anytime. Maybe what we think is reality, or what we feel and what we see. Anything can happen to you or to me. I tell the doctor I hurt and I don't know why. He sends me down the hall for an MRI. Sits me in the chair, looks me in the eye. If I laugh, maybe I won't cry. Anything can happen anytime. Anything can happen anytime. Anything can happen anytime. That diamond ring is so hard to find. Anything can happen anytime. Moving right along, some kind of wood. Let's see.
What'd you use to catch a fish that,
Well,
what bait did you use?
yeah.
What do you found is that
Well, you know, anything can happen.
diamond on a mountain? I don't know about the
Yeah,
diamond on the mountain.
anything can happen.
Use dollar bills. Verse.
Well, that works.
All right, I got one more here. So this is a song I wrote a few years ago, and I just hadn't played it out much. So again, it's an opportunity to play a song that I haven't done in a while. A lot of times songwriters, when they're in a relationship with someone, it could work for a female songwriter, or male. You're connected, and then the relationship doesn't work out. And then the songwriter will always say, many times will say, well, at least I got a song out of it. You said, I've got a lot of songs that are relationship based. So I was kind of thinking about that one day, and I was like, yeah, you got a song out of it because of the relationship didn't work out, but did you go back to that person and thank them for the song? So I came up with this song, Thank You for the Song. Broken Heart Junkyard is on the other side of town, and that's where all the pieces of mine can be found. The way you left me with these feelings stirring in my bones. tunes, and they turned into this tune. Here on your headphones. And as I catch my breath, and before I move along, let me say thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you for this song. Where was the silver lining? Everything went bad. All the kissing I was missing, all the extra time I had. Well, I got my paper and pencil, sat down with the guitar. Took some time to make these rhymes and empty out my heart. Took a minute to say hello, and a year to say so long. Let me say thank you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Thank you for this song. Well, thank you. One thing that's for a fact is you ripped out my heart and you stomped that sucker flat. I picked it up, dusted it off, and now I'm back. And at least I got the song out of it, so thank you for that. One more thing, I think I lost your cat. Well, a hit song recipe, one that makes it to the top, is mixing words with pain, hot tears and wet snot. All the agony you gave me, I embellished in these lines. And if it's just 50 cents, all the royalties are mine. You wrote one too, well then maybe I'd sing along. Either way I say thank you, yeah, 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 yeah. Thank you for this song. I thank you for all the good times and a love so strong. Don't you know I thank you? Yeah, 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 yeah. Thank you for this song. Thank you for this song.
Richard, I didn't heard you on the radio. You were talking about I was on the radio, but I don't know why it was in the middle of the night. Coming from the library.
Yeah. We did that, and they
That'd be a rebroadcast then, wouldn't it?
probably so. Yeah, that's a thing that WTC does.
Pulling my
Which is
head
on
out
it,
thing
yeah.
and yeah.
It's a pretty cool thing, actually. So,
Actually, yeah, it's good. It sounded good. Yeah, I know that.
so anyway, so yeah, if you guys, if you're not already finding me on social media, I'm playing the 25th of this month. I'm playing a listening room show at Seepins in Cleveland. You want to go out to Cleveland, but it's a really cool room, and so I played there once before. So come on out, and if not, find me on social media, and I post where I'm playing. And Butch does the same, and I'm going to have more. I'm probably going to do another one of these in March, kind of thinking. And so what I need to do is kind of like planning for the year or something. But anyway, you'll know. So without further ado, whatever I do is.
Thank you for hosting.
Mr. Butch Ross. Okay.
I never thank people for songs that I wrote. You know that thing we have an argument with somebody and then like later you're like, oh, I said that would have been really good. That's how I write songs.
Yeah. These are songs that
Take
you
it with you. You're gonna need it.
okay.
Richard, all I have to ask is, where did you get the coolest coasters
I'm not sure.
at anyone's house?
I'm not sure where those are from.
Stevie Ray Vaughan, Continental Club, oh my goodness.
Oh, those are from Austin. Yeah,
Yeah,
my daughter went to school there.
you
So
bought them in
Butch.
Austin?
Yeah, because my daughter went to school there and she went to grad school. So which one am I
Nice.
doing? This is like set it and forget it, right?
Yeah, but I don't need it on this.
Okay.
And something might need to change it.
Like mute you in the middle of the set.
All right.
Talk amongst yourself.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is easy. Let me get my phone. Yeah.
I love that stuff. Gotta get some more, that's.
Yeah, load up on the,
That's good stuff.
on whatever. That's plenty of guns though, you know that.
Try this snack.
So you have the whole thing muted there, Richard. Could you also check to see if I'm in frame
Good.
here?
Oh. Let me say, we got this, the bowl here and asked for a $20 donation from Butch. If you feel like in the bottom of your heart that this tonight is like worth a whole lot more than 20, then you could provide more.
Is there a Venmo thing somewhere?
He'll help you.
Butch-Ross-1 is me.
You look pretty framed up,
All
as
right.
far as I can tell.
Yeah, there's a club in New Jersey that I played for like 20 years. And they always had the coolest policy, which was it's $10 to get in, but on your way out, you pay what you would have paid.
Yeah.
So like if you're like, this was worth $35, you put in like another $25. And so I was always like an opening actor, like a Kobo, whatever. Finally, after years, they hired me to be a headliner. And I got up and I loved the policy. And I got up on stage and I was like, oh my God, they can make change. Like, wait, I thought this was a $5 show. You know?
They do that at the wood shop. Wood shop listening room?
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So let's, is this on? Hello, hello. See why you took that with you?
Right now.
A1, there we go. Yeah, I've even taken aspects of terrible girlfriends that I had and added to verses about other terrible girlfriends to make that girlfriend
Oh, yeah.
seem worse than she was. So, all right, let's start at the start. Anybody know what the full moon in January is called?
January.
That is the wolf moon. NPR did a thing on it about a year ago. And what was interesting about it was that they would play recordings of the wolves howling. And the wolves were howling at different pitches, but the pitches were harmonies to each other. And it sounded like this. So. thanks for coming out. I'm start that at the start. Also, everybody watching out there in the interwebs. I asked Richard. I want to thank Richard for hosting, but then I want to thank him because I asked Richard to do a house concert in January. Now, Richard, he's done house concerts since what, 3 or 4 years now, and from time to time he's asked me to do one, and I've always said no. That's true. I'm like, no, Richard, I'd rather drink alone in my basement or whatever. And so finally, I agreed about a year ago in January. I agreed to come in and do this. And the combination of a new dulcimer and that deadline opened up a whole can of worms of like new ideas and new songs and stuff. And so that's all going to become a record that I have about 80% done right now. It's going to be called a series of pleasant noises. I'm not sure of exactly the release date because there's a decent chance it'll actually be an actual record. So it's actually going to come out on vinyl, and I'm going to make all my money selling needles. And everybody steals the record player, and nobody has a needle for it. So
I'm curious, when you're just playing for yourself, do you also tilt the dulcimer out, which is good for us to see your hands?
I do, yeah.
Do you just keep it in that same frame?
Yeah, and in fact, long story as to why, but the dulcimer I normally play is actually a little thinner than this, so that I can keep the angle a little more. And I just, it's how I started playing, you know what I mean? It has everything to do with like angles and stuff, and I can explain it to you, but it goes inside baseball real quick. So one of the things that got done, for this house concert a year ago, is this next song that I'm going to play. It's actually the first song I've been songwriting for forever. When I first started to play the dulcimer, this first one ever come out on the dulcimer. I started it in July of 2004, and I didn't finish it until about 3 days before the house concert last year. So if he hadn't nagged me into playing this song, might have never ever gotten done. So this is Weather Vane. I do a lot of looping and things like that, but in this one, I'm actually going to play a backing track just because I want to. So. Big storm came and took it down, left it in pieces on the ground. Ted and Jimmy and all the rest said that they never saw such a mess, with her lily white arms folded across her chest. She was all done up in a wedding dress. Well, the neighbors called and the neighbors came, and they wrung their hands when it looked like rain. Parked my car by the weather vane, and I watched the storm brew out across the plain. And I made a promise to the passing train, because things around here will never be the same. Well, the sheriff dropped by and he gave me hell. He asked a lot of things I couldn't answer well, but there's only so much I was gonna tell. Said I'll leave it around, but I'm nearly done. And I won't take you in, but I will tell you, son, there'll be nowhere to go if you should try and run. big storm came and took it down. That's not how the story got around. So now I'm riding on a trailway, because nobody really rides the rails these days. And I'm amazed that I can still be amazed. And I'm thinking about time and how the memory fades. Yeah, I'm counting on time. That second song there, it was called Unnamed Sources. And I play it back to back because that's how the song was actually written. I was practicing Weather Vane, and as soon as I got done, I started playing that little lick, and then it just kind of turned into that song.
One of the neatest lines ever. I'm amazed I can still do
Well, it's in the story of the song, right? He makes the promise to the passing train, and then he leaves town on a Greyhound bus after the cop says, "Don't leave town." And so the unnamed sources song is kind of the car chase, like when they realize he skipped town. Like that's how it's in my head.
That's cool.
It's all very visual. So, all right, this one's off of my second most recent release called "They Should All Be This Easy." Try that again. It's an old Peter Gabriel song. Can you turn this up a bit? Thank you. Climbing up on Salisbury Hill, I could see the city lights. Wind would whisper time stood still. People flew out of the night. He was something to observe. Came in close, I heard a voice, standing, stretching every nerve. Had to listen at the choice. I could not believe the information. Just had to trust imagination. My heart going boom, boom, boom. Son, he said, rattle things out and take you home. In silence, I resigned. My friend would think I was enough. Turning water into wine. The open doors soon be shut. So I went from day to day, as though my life were in a rut. Till I thought of what I'd say, which connections I should cut. I was feeling part of the scenery. I walked right out of the machinery. My heart going boom, boom. Son, he said, grab the things I've come to take you home. When illusions spit your net, I'm never where I wanna be. In liberty she pirouettes, when I think that I am free. Watched by empty silhouettes, close their eyes but still don't see. No one taught them etiquette. I will show another me. Today I don't need a replacement. I show them what the smile on my face meant. My heart going boom, boom, boom. Hey, I said, you can keep my things and come to take me home. Hey, back home. Hey, back home. Yeah, I like that one a lot too.
I love Peter Gabriel. Genesis is one of my favorite bands. Early Genesis. I have all their vinyl, all of it.
We were just talking about that. Yeah, the only Genesis album I like is Abacab. And if you're a Genesis fan, that's not true.
Yeah, I like all their early stuff.
That was the first concert I ever went to. It was a Genesis
Genesis?
concert in the
Yeah,
Omni
you're lucky.
before we moved.
What tour? What album?
I don't remember.
My first concert was in Memphis.
You should be on me about 1977.
Because it makes a big, with Genesis, it makes a big difference because there's Landlines down on Broadway.
Yeah.
And then there's It's No Fun Being an Illegal Alien.
Yeah, no, it's
They're very
This
different
was
bands.
1977. I was a senior in high school.
Yeah, that'd be,
Peter Gabriel Genesis.
yeah, that'd be
That's the
Gabriel.
best.
Here's another one from They Should All Be This Easy. It's called Song for George. All right, one more with a backing track. Right before Christmas. So right before Christmas, I came out with a 3-song EP called 3 to Get Ready. And it grew out of a thing. I have a very good friend in town here named Haley Duncan. And Haley, every once in a while, we'll get together and I'll have her sing on stuff. She has a wonderful voice and she's a very cheery, peppy person who can absolutely own the saddest songs like ever. So I don't know if you've ever seen this, but I'm introducing a song I'm not going to play, so just bear with me. But have you ever seen there's this video on YouTube where somebody took the 45 of Jolene, but they played it 33 1/3?
Yes.
It's really cool. It's worth looking up. And because it's slow and funky, and she sounds like Tracy Chapman, like it's crazy. So, and then working on something else completely unrelated, I discovered that if I took Haley's voice and pitch shifted it up a half a step, she sounded a little bit like Dolly. So I recorded her. So I got the slowed down version of Jolene, and I pitched it down a half step, then I had her come sing it, and moved everything back up to concert pitch. And the results turned out so good, I was like, I can't just use the record, I have to like reproduce all the parts. So that's how that all got started, and then this became the next part of that. Last summer, although I never saw the Barbie movie, I became mildly obsessed with the Billie Eilish song, the What Was I Made For?
That's such a good song.
It's the best pop song since yesterday. Like it really is. I will fight you on that. It's really that good. But in my head, like the way my brain works is I would hear the song in my head, but I wouldn't hear it as the slow, super sad ballad. I would hear it as like a Jimmy Smith jazz organ trio thing. So that's this. Remember which button? Not that one.
That was beautiful. Oh my God, I love that rendition.
Like
Cover
cooking, you just start with good
that.
ingredients.
Oh my gosh, so beautiful.
I'm going to switch to the baritone dulcimer. It's like a regular dulcimer, but it's tuned down 4-5 steps lower than a regular dulcimer. So, sounds like this. It's made by a guy named Gary Gallagher. He makes amazing instruments. It looks like a Klingon weapon, which is what I like about it. One of my favorite things about it. Excellent. Another one from the new record. This is an old folk song. It's a child ballad, actually. This is called The House Carpenter. That's not right. Well met, said an old true love. Well met, said he. I've just returned from the South Sea. It's all for love of thee. Come in, my own true love, and have a seat with me. It's been 3/4 of the long years together we have been. Well, I can't come in, no, I can't sit down, for I'm only a moment's time. They say you're married to a house carpenter, and your heart can never be mine. Now I could have married the king's daughter fair, and she'd have married me, but I forsook her crown of jewels, and it's all for the love of thee. Now if you forsake your house carpenter and come away with me, I'll take you where the grass grows green on the banks of the deep blue sea. Well, she picked it up, her darling little babe, and kisses gave it 3, saying, stay right here, my darling little baby, and keep your papa company. I swear it was not free until she began to weep and moan and cry most bitterly. Said, are you weeping for my silver or my gold? Or are you weeping for my store? Or are you weeping for that house carpenter whose face you'll never see? No, I am not weeping for your silver or your gold, nor am I weeping for your store. I'm weeping for my darling little babe, whose face I'll never see no more. It had not been on that ship 3 weeks, I swear it was not 4, till there sprang a leak in the bottom of the boat, and it sank and never rise no more. Yeah, never ends well for the women in those old songs. I'm on this crazy medication that dries my voice out. I didn't take it today. It doesn't seem to matter.
From 1 to 10, how difficult is it to play with you keeping the beat?
Oh,
How are you doing this?
it's a 12.
Man,
Because it's an awkward angle too. It's not, I'm not stomping. I'm like, the secret when you have an idea like that, is to not think it all the way through. And then you're committed. And you just have to do it. Or you should be committed. Zoom tune when I bought it.
That's the kind I like to buy. Those are very cheap.
Send in the clowns.
Yes. I can hear the person singing it.
Judy Collins.
Judy Collins.
Yeah, Jim Collins. That's beautiful in the dulcimer. Wow.
I worked some for Judy Collins, actually.
Wow.
Oh, I love her voice. I grew up on that music.
I worked. I worked for Judy Collins at this gig in Burlington, Vermont, and she starts the show by singing a verse of Amazing Grace. Complete blackout, right? No house lights and nothing. She sings Amazing Grace backstage in the dark, and then she walks out on stage and she starts the show. And so she was supposed to, the job was, she sings Amazing Grace, she hands the microphone to me, and then she walks out on stage. That was my job, one job. She's singing, she starts to sing, it's pitch black, she starts to sing. It's like, oh my God, that's Judy Collins. And then I feel, because I had forgotten to grab the microphone. So, so it was so kind of blown away by it. So I'm going to do this.
Starstruck.
A little bit, yeah. This was not going to be on the new record. This is a Led Zeppelin song, but not the last one you will hear tonight.
Cashmere.
Rain Song.
Green song. Oh, beautiful.
It's what I love about the instrument is that like if you know how to play guitar, that's in a weird tuning with a lot of like weird jazz chords,
Mm.
and everything I need is right there with 3 strings,
Mm.
and that's really I think.
That sounded so beautiful.
All right, let's do.
How is it that the fret spacing is different on a dulcimer than a guitar?
Because most string instruments, including the guitar,
Mhm.
are. Thank you for coming, guys. Most strings and instruments on a guitar are chromatic, which means they have like all the notes. So like,
Mm-hmm.
and so on. And this doesn't. It's tuned to a. I got a couple of extra frets, but basically it's tuned to one. Like a harmonica is just in one key.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of set up like that. Of course.
Yeah, I just noticed a difference in the fretboard. And was, for the most part, guitar frets are spaced evenly except for down below.
I just got a couple more for y'all. This is another one that's going to be on the new record.
the heart? It sounded like there was a little
Little
piece
bit,
in there.
yeah.
Just a little piece in there that sounded like.
And after all the jacks are in the boxes, and the clowns have all gone to bed, you can hear happiness stagger on down the street. Footprints dressed in red, and the wind whispers, Mary. A broom is here, he's sweeping up the broken pieces of yesterday's life. Somewhere a queen is weeping. Somewhere the king has the wife. And the wind it cries, Mary. Traffic lights, they turn blue tomorrow. There's their crown all on my bed. Lonely Island sags down the street. There's a light that live there dead. Wind it shrieks, Mary. And will the wind never remember all the names it has known in the past? And with its crutch, its old age and its wisdom, it whispers no, this will be last. And the wind cries, Mary. All right, one more for y'all. Thanks again for hanging out with me tonight. Coming out and do this on a miserable, foggy, no good, fun night. Thanks to whoever is out there on the interwebs who are watching this remotely at a later date. I did, but one thing I wanted to say, like I said, I'm working on a new record. It's probably going to come out on vinyl. I have that new EP, 3 to Get Ready. 3 to Get Ready is available. You can download it from bandcamp.com. You cannot, however, find it on streaming. You can't just find it on. I got most of my stuff is on Spotify, but I didn't put that one on Spotify because it's 3 covers and it's a small fee pay to be on Spotify, which is fair because then the artist who wrote the song gets paid. But I'll never make that money back. I'll never get enough streams to make the money back that I have to pay. I did a thing. It was a Ukrainian folk song that I mashed up into a dulcimer hip hoppy folk song kind of thing, and it got picked up by somebody, and it went viral. And I think we're up over 80,000 streams at this point. It's still good for 3,500 streams a month, something like that.
Wow.
I have yet to make $5 on Spotify. That's how it is. So everything is free now. That's what they say. So you can download it for I think what is like $4 or more if you want to pay. You can download it onto your phone. or your iPod or whatever, but streaming is not available. So this will be the last song I'm going to do. This is another. This is no. I never talked much about the history of this instrument, so I'll say this. This was a traditional instrument used in the Appalachian Mountains. It was used primarily for playing folk songs. It was the only accompaniment at the dance, sometimes a dulcimer and fiddle. Sometimes it was the church organ, because it's way easier to get one of these in a Conestoga wagon than a pipe organ. So and so that was what the instrument would get used for. So I'm gonna wrap this up with an old gospel tune. It's called Stairway to Heaven. I'll play these at Bellsford festivals sometimes if I get about this far in, and you can just tell it, yeah, but he's going to play I'll Fly Away any minute, right? This was a joke, right? He's not playing. Nope, it's the whole thing. that?
It seems to me like as you're playing these different things, like the Salisbury Hill, if there was some way that you were hashtagging it out to the web, so people who were searching, well, I could have been doing that.
I've never done this before. I've never thought about it.
Because people are searching for stuff like Genesis, original Genesis, you know. They would be so turned on by that.
What's that?
You got shows?
Live from the library is the next thing I'm doing, and then I'll be at the Loft like once a month, and I'm going to be at Robert Rock City Tuesdays and Wednesdays, March through beginning of May.
Where do I find your event schedule?
ButchRoss.com.
All right.
Infrequently updated.
Infrequently updated. That doesn't help.
You guys for coming out.
Thank you guys.
That was great.
How do we find you on this?
This is my channel.